Okay, what we have here is my brother's Subaru engine. Okay, and we're setting it up. The Subaru transmission, Subaru gears, Subaru nose on the transmission, and RSFab Subaru shifter setup for his 84 Westphalia Vanagon. Okay, and some things that they don't particularly make very clear in the directions are some of the things that you have to do. And one of the things you have to do on this rear shift shaft here is to cut down the shifter down to 1 inch. Okay, we're actually cutting it at 1 1/16. That way when the shifter bushing goes on, which I have on the floor here, when this goes on, they said that in the directions you need to cut this shift shaft and have it turned down to a 1/2 inch, which is this side. Well, that's not the way that this goes. Okay, actually the new shifter setup seems to come with this component, okay, which is going to fit in this side, the smaller side, like that, okay, and the larger side is going to slide down right onto that shift shaft. Okay, so we're going to cut this down at 1 1/16 inch. That way when the shifter is all the way in, which it is, and the shifter is all the way in, that bushing, that universal does not touch the Subaru nose. Okay, so right there, that's about where it's going to be cut, and that's where it's going to set. And we're going to cut this thing with a Sawzall. So we've been using a Sawzall to cut everything, and it's been working very well. Nice shiny new Milwaukee blade, thin kerf steel blade. Get right up on that shift shaft there, right on the edge of the tape, and we are going to cut this. Now go ahead, Mike. Try and go from the other side so you don't hit that mount. We actually had to cut that mount as well. See, now something else that was not clear in the directions, if you look, we had to cut this mount underneath here to fit underneath the shift shaft. We also cut that with a Sawzall. It cut through pretty easy. This piece was actually in there before we cut it, and it made this piece over here. We cut that down so that it fit nicely. We cut along, we bolted it to the Subaru gears bracket. It only uses 3 bolts to hold it on, 1 underneath, I don't know if you can see that, and the 2 on the sides, 1 down there underneath, you can see it from there. And so it only uses 3 bolts to hold it to the Subaru gears transmission bracket, and then you're going to bolt on your factory bracket to that, and then your transmission mount, which you can see is there. I don't know if you can see that in the video. But yeah, we just lopped this clean off. So this is no longer part of it, and we're gonna peel this tape off of this nose here. So I just put the tape there so that my brother who's blind as a bat could see where to cut. We're gonna peel this electrical tape back off. Hang on. Come off of there. Get something to clean this up with, Mike. Alright, and we're going to clean that up. And this, we're going to clean it up. That slides right on there beautifully. Okay? So, and with it all the way in, we've got a little bit of space so that we're not hitting the seal. We may actually be just a hair long, but I'd rather have it a hair long on our first try than have it too short. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave this off. We're going to have to actually drill through this right here in the top section. We're going to drill straight through, okay, and we're going to put a pin in there to hold that on. But we're not doing that part right now. Right now, we just wanted to cut this shaft so that we can slide this transmission and engine up into the vehicle and make sure that our Rocky Mountain Westie engine bracket is going to line up correctly and make sure everything fits exactly where it goes. And we'll show you some more stuff in another video.